Dan, welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining me today. So you joined Naples Business Club a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago.
A couple months ago, yeah, before Christmas.
And you've been a great member, and I appreciate you being here. And we're going to just get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
And get to understand your practice and kind of what drives you. So if you don't mind, just introduce yourself to the group.
Sure. My name is Dan Lynch, and I have been a lawyer for 34 years. I spent a good bit of my time in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I grew up there, went to college there, went away for law school, but I've worked there most of my career, and my wife and I became Florida residents last year.
Well, welcome to Florida.
Yeah, we love it.
Happy to have you here.
Yeah, we're empty nesters, kind of, and all the kids are in some sort of college or graduate school, so that enables us to get away on a more regular basis. And yeah, we have a home here in Naples, and we've spent the last 3 winters here, and every year it gets a little longer. Like the first year, my wife wanted to go back in March, and she said that wasn't long enough. And so last year we went back in April, and this year we're staying until middle of May. So,
well, we're happy you're here, and it sounds like that you have quite a big practice too. So, one of the goals of Naples Business Club is not just to bring people together, but to build relationships, but also bring people who have skills and knowledge and just getting to know you a little bit. It seems like you have a lot of it. So would you mind just telling me a little bit about your practice?
Sure. I started out as a law clerk for a justice on the Michigan Supreme Court, and then I clerked for a judge on the United States Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit.
Wow.
Most people in your audience probably don't realize or know what that means, but any lawyers or business folks in the group will understand what that means. I went to work for a mega law firm called Reed Smith back in the 90s. 2,000 lawyers all over the world, and so that's really where I cut my teeth. And then during the tech bubble, I got recruited by some really smart guys from Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh to help them commercialize some software that they invented. And so I left.
That's like a tech hub up there, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's not Silicon Valley and it's not Boston, but it's on the handful list.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got wooed away by these guys during the tech bubble because back then, some of your viewers will remember, some weren't even born and some were probably in grade school, but companies were going public, people were raising venture capital money like crazy, and it was like the Wild West. And so I decided to take a shot. I figured, if you don't get up to the plate, you're never gonna know.
I love that story.
And so I ditched a very lucrative career at a large law firm and ran this software company for a year. I raised a couple $1 million. I hired 17 people. And then in April of 2000, the economy spiraled, frankly, down about 30%. And all of our money sources disappeared overnight. Customers either disappeared or filed bankruptcy. I ended up burning through the rest of our cash and fired 17 people and closed the business down. It was a very, very difficult, painful experience, but I will tell you, it was kind of a good experience, right? I was still a young lawyer at the time, and I learned a lot.
It also says that you're very resilient too, because that could have broke some people. I mean, that's like going from the top of the world to just having the rug pulled on you.
Yeah.
And I get that, and that's like part of what it is to be an entrepreneur in America, isn't it?
That's exactly right. And I've had that story kind of repeated in my career in a major way one other time. So I took that experience and I went in-house. I became the executive vice president, general counsel for a much bigger company. I ran the legal department. HR reported up through me, security reported up through me, facilities reported up through me, and I reported to the CEO. It was a really, really busy job, big job, and I just didn't love it. And so I really like running a business, right? I knew I was an entrepreneur, and I really liked practicing law, so it made a lot of sense to open my own law firm.
And you had toughened your mind through that experience. And I think that's a big aspect of it too. You seem like you've got a tough mind.
Yeah, well.
And sharp too, and I think those are important qualities.
It has served me well, no doubt. When I started the firm, it was kind of on a shoestring, right? I had an unemployed pregnant wife.
Yeah.
We had 2 kids, and I said, "Honey, I think I should start a business." I call it the second best dumbest thing I've ever done, and so we've been at it now for 20. We're in our 25th year, and as the firm.
Good for you, man. That's just lasting that long. That's
Yeah.
almost 3 decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Older than my oldest kid. So the firm has grown organically. Okay, so I'm a business lawyer. I represent small to middle market companies.
Yeah.
And anywhere from a couple million in revenue to maybe $60 or $80 million in revenue. You get up over $80 million in revenue, and that size company can't afford not to hire the Reed Smiths of the world.
Yeah.
And so as my client base expanded, I hired more lawyers. I started to get a lot of calls for employment issues, so I hired an employment lawyer. I started getting a lot of calls for real estate deals, and so I hired a real estate lawyer, and we just have expanded over the years just like that. We're, I don't know, probably 20 lawyers strong right now. We do mergers and acquisitions, corporate transactions, day-to-day contracts, leases, licenses. Real estate, I told you, we have a very robust litigation group. We have bankruptcy, we have intellectual property and patent law, transportation, and estate planning.
So you're a systems-based thinker and practiced multiple areas of law and kind of integrated that. And are you serving like different markets, or are you totally like vertically integrating and going very deep on specific clients, or a little bit of all the above?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I get asked that from time to time. For a lawyer, we think in terms of issues, and the product is just generically referred to as a widget.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter whether you are selling valves or distributing switches or drilling a gas well. Business issues tend to be just business issues.
Yeah.
And the product that the customer, the client, is either selling or distributing or servicing is not as important in most instances. Now, there are certain things, certain areas of law where you need to be an inch wide and a mile deep, but those are highly regulated areas, like 40 Act and mutual fund law, or ERISA, or the tax code, but general business questions, we don't need to be that specialized. Think about it like this. I run a legal department.
Yeah.
And I've got these different departments within the legal department, different areas of expertise. And our clients use me as their outsourced legal department.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very interesting. So basically, they got a question for legal, they'll come to you, and you'll be able to coordinate the different pieces by having an understanding of not just the law, but your experience in Michigan. You understand how the whole system works too.
Well, that's right. And what I tell clients is, just by virtue of the fact of running my own business, has made me a better lawyer, right? Because I have faced many, if not most, if not all, of the issues that my clients are facing.
Yeah. Now, this is kind of like just to shift subjects a little bit.
Sure.
But I want to touch upon the fact that you're very relationship focused beyond law. And I like that. And you also like the outdoors and nature too. And I mean, you have a very interesting mind. And I'd like to hear a little bit about your belief on relationships, because that kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, that's a good question too. I believe that relationships are what makes the world go around. It's how I built my practice. It's why I was able to grow the firm like I have over the last 24 years. And I believe so much in the fact that the relationships are what make human beings tick. I wrote a book about it for lawyers.
Yeah.
And the premise of that book is that it really is all about the relationship. And people want to work with people that they know, that they like, that they trust, and that they enjoy.
Yeah.
Right? Because if we can do really great work together and have fun, what else is there?
Well, that is the foundation of Naples Business Club. I just want to throw that out there, is building relationships and forming actual friendships, and then talking about business, but that's because we want to be able to work with the people we like, know, and understand and have relationships with.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes so much sense to me.
So tell me a little bit about your experience at Naples Business Club and what you hope to see happen at Naples Business Club over the next couple months, the next year. And I just want to hear your vision of it, and then we'll wrap this up.
Yeah, great. I've really enjoyed the people that I have met so far. It's a solid group of sincere individuals, and we have our core group, and that core group are people that I think I can form some very strong friendships with.
Yeah.
I like to socialize, and we do some social things as well, and I've enjoyed that. I think that the Naples Business Club is a great way for people to share their business experiences, and we can all help each other grow. And what I mean by that was I started my own sort of networking group.
Yeah.
25 years ago when I started the firm, and within that group we had a banker, an accountant, an insurance person, me as the lawyer, and benefits.
Yeah.
And we all got together every week at 7:30 a.m. for an hour, had a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
talked about business, talked about clients, talked about helping each other grow, making referrals was a big
Yeah.
piece of it. And all of those people are some of my dearest friends still today.
Yeah.
And so, when I was invited to visit the Naples Business Group, it reminded me a lot of that.
Yeah.
And that has proven to be true, and which is why I keep coming back. And I think it's a great opportunity for all of us in the group to help each other grow with our businesses and have fun along the way.
Well, thank you very much for coming out today. Appreciate your time.
You betcha.